The Mad Puppeteer. There is a man behind every legend. But sometimes the legend turns out to be too close to the truth. They say there is a mad puppeteer living in an old house on the outskirts of Nizhny Novgorod. During the day, he is quiet, like a ghost, and at night, footsteps can be heard in the basement, creaking, and quiet children's laughter. There, under a layer of earth and dampness, lie his children, dolls assembled from human parts. Arms, legs, faces, everything is neatly sewn, laid out, painted. No one believed this story. Until one day the police came down to his basement. His name was Anatoly Moskvin. Scientist, historian, local historian. Polite, intelligent, with impeccable speech. He loved old cemeteries, ancient languages and silent children from the past. The neighbors knew him as strange but harmless. He often wandered through cemeteries, brought flowers, and talked to tombstones. They laughed. Well, this is Moskvin, he's just studying history. No one knew that he was studying not only her, but also the bodies that rested beneath her. Moskvin said that he heard the voices of children. Not alive, those who slept underground. He claimed that they were crying, calling him by name, asking him not to leave. Then he decided to give them life back. At night, alone, he opened graves. Small coffins. Girls from 3 to 12 years old. He carefully took out the bodies, wrapped them up like sleeping dolls, and carried them home. There, in his apartment, he was creating a new home for them. He cleansed the skin, stuffed the bodies with cloth so that they would not disintegrate, and put on dresses, stockings, shoes, and hats. Wigs on their heads. Their faces are covered with masks made of cloth and papier-mâché. He called them by their first names. Each had its own story. For the guests, Moskvin's apartment seemed strange, but not creepy. There were dolls everywhere, neat and well groomed. Someone thought it was a cute oddity. But behind that silence was the truth. There were no dolls on the shelves, but bodies. Each of them once breathed, laughed, and played. Moskvin did not see this as a crime. He said, "I didn't hurt them. I gave them a second life." In his mind, they weren't dead. He considered himself a savior. Sometimes he turned on the TV, sat the children next to him and read them fairy tales. There were plaques with names and dates on the walls, like on tombstones. For him, it was not a house, but a mausoleum of love. It all ended in 2011. The parents of the abducted bodies noticed that their children's graves had been desecrated. Someone secretly opened them, rearranged the flowers, and left notes. When the police came to Moskvin's apartment, they didn't realize what they were seeing at first. Dolls. There are dolls everywhere. And then one of them fell. A human hand emerged from the cracked fabric. 26 bodies were found in the apartment. Girls. They were all neatly dressed, bandaged, and had their faces painted like porcelain. Moskvin met the investigators calmly. "Don't shout. They're sleeping," he said softly. The court found him insane. He was not a murderer, but he became a blasphemer. To the question, why, he replied, "I felt that the souls of the children were lonely. I wanted them not to be forgotten." In his logic, he considered himself a guardian, not a monster. He wasn't hiding, he wasn't running. He just lived among those whom the world had already buried. Today he is in a psychiatric hospital. His house has been cleared long ago. But the question remains. Is this madness or a desperate attempt to defeat death? The house where the puppeteer lived has been empty for a long time. The windows are boarded up, the walls are damp. But neighbors sometimes say that children's whispers come from there at night. Maybe it's just the wind. Or maybe his daughters are still playing in the dark. Because love and madness sometimes speak with one voice.